Hey, Constance, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Of course.
So, I'm curious, how did you originally get involved with this fantastic show?
Oh, gosh. I'll try and give you the truncated version of the story. I, was called in to have a meeting with David Fincher, and I about crapped my pants because I couldn't believe that I would have a meeting with David Fincher. So I went and met with David and auditioned for him and had about a 2-hour work session with him. And a lot of it was explaining like what this show even was and, Netflix of it all. And it was okay, whatever. I don't care. Just whatever you tell me to do, I'll do. And then 3 months went by and we didn't hear anything and the part hadn't been cast, and I was I couldn't let it go. Like I normally can let auditions go and I just couldn't let this one go. So I had my agent call Lorraine, the casting director, and asked if I could come back in and try again because I felt like maybe I didn't do my best or maybe I should try something different, or whatever. And Lorraine's reaction to my agent was, what do you mean try again? She's been Fincher's first choice since he met her. And, we all said, what? Why nobody tells us this, I spent the last 3 months just hemming and hawing about what I could have done better. And so anyways, that's pretty much how the part came about. But, it was only supposed to be in 3 episodes.
Okay.
Janine, and that was, kind of what has been happening over the months is they were trying to figure out who were the regulars, who were the recurring, who were the, because as you know, it's such a massive cast of characters. And so, I didn't care. I said, I don't care. I'll do 3 episodes. I don't care. I just would love to work with these people on the show. And, so I did 3 episodes and then they just kept bringing me back for more and for more and for more. And,
nice.
That was something I had never expected and, obviously could not be happier because now here we are, season 6, and Janine is still alive.
Thankfully, yes.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm curious, did you do any special preparation for the role?
I wish I could tell you that I did, but I felt that I had so much preparation just by the amount of journalists that I've spoken to, on a daily basis, if you want to stretch it out over my career, and the importance of journalists and the importance of news and information. And, at the time when I got the part, Twitter is just kind of getting its stride. I had just joined Twitter for the show. I had never been on it and never wanted to be on it. And so for me, a lot of my kind of research was a lot of what I felt I was struggling with personally that we're all struggling with, which is the old versus the new. And, fighting the good fight for those of us that have been doing our jobs the right way the whole time.
Okay.
And, for those of us, and I was able to kind of put that towards, being an actor and never it being about like how many likes you got or how many followers there's. That was nothing that was a part of our career,
Yeah.
Now and so for me, it was a real, the struggle is real, So I felt a lot of my research really stemmed in what I just personally was experiencing across the board, in the world of really just new versus old.
Okay. Wow. I'm curious, what were some of the challenges you faced over the last few seasons?
I'd say for me, the biggest challenge was in season 2 when it was written that Janine runs away.
Okay.
That was a very, very hard storyline for me. And, you know, I had long discussions with Beau Willimon about it. And, you know, I said, how can we do this? We've created this character that has been all about, like, we have to fight for the truth. We have to get the truth out there, and we have to stand behind it. But, you know, I mean, as actors, we do what we're written. And so for me, I had to really shift Janine, and her, you know, way of life and her, you know, kind of commitment to her career. And, but that was really, I think, for me, the hardest thing was that shift. And to make it believable and to make it understandable and, you know, to not have any journalists honestly say to me, like, why did you give up? You know?
Right.
And then, you know, when they put me in season 4 and kind of really you see, you know, and as a show to the audience, like she was really messed up. It's a lot of, you know, a lot of what you guys do, and of course it affects you. It has to affect you. I mean, you're in the darkest parts of it, and we, you know, and we get some of it. And so, to be able to show that kind of psychological effect of her was amazing. Something I didn't think I'd get to show on the show, and now for her to be back in 6. I mean, I think for me now for season 6, I think I can say this. I don't think I'll get in trouble, but I wish that Janine could have done more.
Okay.
I think I can say that.
I think we all should say that, you know. I mean, we all want to improve upon ourselves, so I think Janine wanted to as well. So, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. But I'm so happy that she's back to, you know, fight the good fight. And, so that makes me very happy.
Great. Now, do you feel that TV shows are the new cinematic experience? Like when you turn on the TV, you're essentially walking into a movie theater. Do you agree with that?
I do very much so, especially the television shows that are, you know, there's a lot of shows on Netflix that were movies. That were pitched as movies, people tried to get them made as movies for years. And, you know, Netflix is like, why not break it down into 10 episodes of a show? So you're now watching television as a 10-hour movie.
Basically, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, I love the feeling of when an episode is over. It's just the beginning of the story. You know, a lot of television is still written like it has a beginning, middle, and end every single episode.
Right.
But I like it when things are left open and when you can say, oh my God, I just want to sit and devour this entire world in one sitting. And yeah, I think that there is incredible television being made, and I'm excited for it because it's where I live.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm like, bring it.
And speaking to that, you've done TV, you've done film and stage. Do you prefer one over the other, or are they all pretty much equal to you?
You know, I mean, they're all different. You know, they really are. Just the because of the time involved and the time spent on the sets and the time spent with the actors and the crew and all that stuff. I love live. Like live theater is the best, and nothing compares to that. You know, doing a sitcom, you get that same feeling of live theater, which I love. I love the idea of changing it up every night to see if it gets a different reaction. And then I would say television is my next, because it's really where I spent the majority of my time. And film, you know, the thing with film is you do that character for 3 months and then it's done and it's over, and that's so
unless it's a Marvel movie.
True. Unless it's a Marvel movie, they're very true. Well, unless you get a couple sequels and all of that kind of stuff. But Yeah, and so I do love with television, you can explore a character sometimes for, 5 to 10 years, which is very exciting for myself.
Right. Now, are there any actors who have influenced your work?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot, I mean, right off the bat, this is probably a very obvious answer, but, Meryl Streep, for me, for my entire career as an actor, I looked at her in awe due to how she can literally disappear inside a character. It doesn't matter what age, what religion, what culture, what year. I mean, it's just, it's all so encompassed. And that is something I have always, really, it struck me so much. It's like, pretty much, if you can disappear in a character, it's like one of the greatest feelings, I think. And so she has been my all-time kind of inspiration as far as an actress goes. But I'd have to say today, for me, Robin Wright really has done something, I think, with this role that I don't know that a lot of other actors could have done.
Right.
To see her transform, too, has been really, really fun to watch. And, and transitioning into directing has been so inspiring. And, I mean, she's transformed as an actor. She started House of Cards through all the other roles she's done now in the meantime while she was filming House of Cards, and it makes me incredibly happy because we all need a lot more, strong female characters that are afraid.
Yeah, it's really inspirational, and despite your political beliefs, this show is so strong, and just in terms of the possibility presented of having a female president is just that's inspirational to me personally. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the famous line from Tale to Dreams? If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times we were told on House of Cards that, we were jumping the shark and, oh, that's too much and, oh, that would never happen. But now it's almost laughable how House of Cards feels tame to what's happening in the real world.
Right. You've done so much TV. Actually, Entourage was the first time I actually really noticed you. And I just want to ask you, what was your experience like working on that show?
Again, I feel so lucky that I have been able to play these incredibly strong women in somewhat male-dominated shows. And to be able to stick out as, more than, I guess. Jane Gordon was only supposed to be in 3 episodes, and they ended up on, 6 seasons.
And the movie.
Yeah, and the movie, exactly. Which, that was very exciting. But,
nice.
I loved those guys. They were all my brothers. And every time I was asked back to do another episode, I got so excited. And, look, to Doug Allen's credit, he built up a woman from a very small, being an assistant to a studio head, and made her the head of the studio, by the end of the series. And that was such an incredible journey to be able to do that I had no idea that's what we had no idea that's what she was going to become, but it's real and it's true, and there should be more men out there, raising these women up from these smaller jobs and giving them a chance to shine.
Great. Yeah, and congratulations on you keep returning on these shows, and it's really a great thing. I hope to see much more of you on TV. And also, I just wanted to say that we film out of Long Island, New York. If you're ever in the area, we'd love to have you on the show in person.
Oh, I love it. I will. I'll do my best. I'll look you up.
Okay, sounds good. So best of luck with everything. The show's great, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care, Constance.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.